I don't think none of it really changed from my vantage point. I think when DeMar Rosen was in the video of Not Like Us, it really probably hurt Drake probably more than any other person that was there, because this is a person that they shared a lot of history with. And I can only imagine, I wasn't there, but the time that they probably been dogs with each other. So to see somebody on the other side, when the same scrutiny would have been there if he didn't do it, because he's really from LA. So he was really in a real lose-lose situation. You're gonna lose somebody, and he chose to lose Drake, and that's probably what I could say to that. But the trash talking is not gonna stop. I think I even saw some online where people that weren't there trying to get in the conversation and saying, say those things to me. So I could see it going a lot of different ways. I pray it stays, harmless, and that everybody stays safe.
Yeah, I think that Mase is correct when it comes to Drake. Probably is more hurt than anything when he seen him in the video, because you got to realize that DeMar DeRozan spent a lot of time in
Toronto.
In Toronto before he left to go to San Antonio, and Drake is a season ticket holder, and you don't know what kind of relationship that DeMar DeRozan and Drake had prior to him leaving Toronto. You don't know if he says, yo, get my friends. There's been times where I don't know if a lot of people who haven't traveled to Canada before, it's not easy to get into Canada. And if you got a felony, it pops up, you can't get in, XYZ, etc. I one time had somebody that need to get into Canada, and there's several stories. Gucci Mane, J. Cole, everybody, to where Drake calls the border and gets people into Canada that can't get into Canada. So when you have this relationship with this person who has so much prestige or whatever in Canada, and like I said, I have no idea what kind of relationship him and DeMar DeRozan had, but I could feel he probably felt betrayed. But at the same time, DeMar DeRozan might have been like, I'm from Compton. This is where I grew up at. I was just there for business. I wasn't there to be friends. And all that comes after you get traded, though. So Drake was probably more hurt than anything, and I can understand that. But at the same time, DeMar DeRozan probably said, I'm not from here anyway. When I watched that, not just the video with Kendrick Lamar, but I watched the concert. When I watched the concert, people just couldn't control themselves from getting on the stage. Like, people who had no business up there just was jumping on stage.
It was a moment they didn't want to miss.
Exactly, man. It looked like, and it was funny because a lot of people were saying that you had LeBron James in the crowd, and Savannah was telling them, you better not get up there. If they was in the crowd together, it looked like LeBron almost wanted to get on stage. So I think Drake was hurt. I did see the highlights, and Drake was definitely staring at them or whatever. But hey, man, shout out to everybody. I understand where Drake's coming from, and I understand DeMar DeRozan saying, hey, I'm originally from Compton, but we don't know what happened when they was all in Toronto at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really just to add on that, Drake has every reason to feel the way that he feels, because we've heard the song, we've seen the song. I would be pissed too. And then, like you said, DeRozan is from Compton, so I don't know. On the outside, it's all entertainment, but at the end of the day, this is people's real lives, and I think that's what people forget.
That's what I was going to say. It's easy to say, oh, on DeMar's side, that's just music, it's entertainment. But to somebody who music and entertainment is their life and their bread and butter, the same way you wouldn't want someone to speak on your NBA career. That's what we're talking about with Stephen A. and KD, right? It's not just journalism, it's my life. Right. And the guys talking should remember that.
Man, DeMar DeRozan was in Toronto from 2009 to 2018, and Drake started getting lit in 2008. And so that whole time there, you have no idea, because DeMar DeRozan was their star player.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
For sure. Okay, so now let's talk about